Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you're an old one, welcome back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations. I really appreciate them. And thank you for your emails, just sharing your stories, emails of confirmation, emails, booking readings. My readings now open. Please be aware that there is a 48-hour to 72-hour turnaround time, and that I also offer an emergency reading which has a 12 to 24-hour turnaround time. There is still someone going through the comment section pretending to be me here and there, pretending to be a friend, pretending to be a pastor. If it says WhatsApp me, if it's any type of solicitation for money, for a reading, for anything like that, it's not me, they're not a friend. Just block and report them, please. If I say he, she, feminine or masculine, please take what resonates, as we all hold these energies, and this reading could be for you, it could be for a person that you're thinking of, another light one, your divine counterpart, or someone completely different. And also, this is a timeless collective reading, and when I say collective, it just means that parts of this may resonate for you, all of it may resonate for you, but it's not a personal reading. If it doesn't resonate, please have a look at some of my other readings, or you may need a personal reading. All of my information is in the description box down below. Now, let's get into it, shall we? I was asking my guides, what is it that I should be focusing on? What should I be looking at? And I was told the dream download I had last night, and what I remember specifically about it is someone being extremely frustrated at not getting the results they wanted, some sort of test that went wrong. They were trying to test someone, or they wanted something to happen. And I remember seeing a woman with really beautiful curly hair and like mocha coloured skin, like light brown skin, and someone had said something to her, and she turned her head and she was really angry. She was very beautiful but very, very angry, and she was holding paper in her hand, almost like someone doing an exam. And you know when you're a teenager and you go for that exam and you've studied for it for months and months and months, and then you just get complete block. Your mind goes blank, and you're sitting there and you can see everybody else is doing their test and figuring it out, and you're just sweating and you don't know what to do. That's the energy, okay? And you've got saboteur. Whatever that this person was trying to do, it went wrong. They did not get the results they wanted. And when I was actually channeling this, getting ready to channel this reading, I was told they tested the wrong thing, or they tested it the wrong way. Because it says here, shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. And then liberator. And the light attribute says freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. This is them being, it's almost like kicking themselves for thinking that whatever it was they were trying to do would work, because they're looking at it from their perspective, from a lower vibrational perspective of this will work because this is what would rock my boat, or this is what would upset me. And especially with Liberator coming out about healing negative thought patterns, or, you know, old beliefs and things like that, it didn't work because the version of who they think you are is an extremely old timeline identity that is no longer what you resonate with, whether that's you, the person you're thinking of, or another light one, your divine counterpart. And this induces self-destructive behavior or desire to undermine others. There's something here about always having to be right, because you've got martyr here, and you've also got servant in reverse. And it says here, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or cause, but the shadow attribute says addiction to self-pity. Okay, you have someone here, there's something here about toxic positivity, okay, and someone, especially with that learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, having this face or this mask of that's what they do, that's how they kind of charm other people, but really there's an addiction to self-pity. They also place that in like in a manipulation, because they're all love and light, but woe me, things always happen to me, it always goes wrong for me. And you've also got here a servant in reverse, so the shadow attribute is using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Okay, so what was it that they thought that they could do to a light one? What were they doing? And I heard copying you in the worst possible way. And you've got here thief. Okay, that's just saying they were copying you in the worst possible way, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. So there was someone here who is trying to either steal your intellectual property, your creativity, that could be your music, your art, your, you know, your poetry, your written words, or it could just be your words of inspiration, because some of us use that as part of, you know, how we connect with the divine, how we connect with the law of abundance. And there's something here about stealing someone's, because I heard plagiarize, but I heard patent it quick. And something went wrong. Something went wrong, because saboteur is underneath again, and destroyer. And it says, for the light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. But the shadow attributes, so this is your copycat. There's a copycat energy here. Intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Somebody doesn't like the fact that you shine, but you shine authentically, because that destroyer in the light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. And especially with this one coming out about spiritualism and how you're transcending, let me read that again. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Learning to kind of like walk in your heart space, but you know, your heart space is connected to so many other people's heart space. And I'm not talking about, you know, how, you know, you have energetic cords to others. It's understanding that, you know, the heart that beats inside an animal is the same heart or the same beating that is inside your chest. And it's having that compassion. Because I keep getting like Aquarian energy coming through. They are very much about humanitarianism, and whoever this is, it's like I can hear that song again. Everything you can do, I can do better. I can do everything better than you know you can. Yes, I can. It's that energy of someone trying to copy what you're doing without authentic drive, if that makes sense. Because this intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams and potential, and then saboteur upside down, induces a self-destructive behaviour or desire to undermine others. Someone here doesn't want you to glow, and they don't want you to succeed, simply because they tried doing what you did and they failed. Okay, but they didn't only fail at doing what you did, at stealing, trying to steal your ideas, or I heard stealing my thunder, but they also failed at being able to stop you from creating more. Because I heard demise or slander, because you've got child divine, because you're a divine child. You're the divine child of the cosmos, of God, of Allah, of whoever it is that you name it as. Because it says in light attributes, innocence, purity and redemption suggest a special connection with the divine. There you go. That's the reason why they failed. Because if they've done this to other people, and I heard they haven't, just you, whoever this person is very obsessed, femme fatale and destroyer. So with the, because I was going to say this was more than one person, but for some reason this is very specific, and I heard it's personal. It's personal. Who is this? Femme fatale, light attributes, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. And that is about life lessons, isn't it? You know, because highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. That's talking about your Kundalini energy of learning about yourself, learning what things you like as pleasure in regards to your body, intimacy and sex. But also the other part of that, because femme fatale is not just for women, okay? This is gender irrespective. It's knowing thyself, being empowered. It's your feminine divine energy also of creating, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. That's the life lesson there of learning independence, learning that, you know, if you are rejected, if you fancy someone, for example, and think of when you were a teenager, of how, you know, how much courage you have to go over and let that person know, because you're being very, very vulnerable, and then being told that they don't feel the same way. That's a crushing blow. But we learn through it, we grow from it, and we move on from it, you know. And that is a life lesson in growth. And also knowing thyself. But the shadow attributes are inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. Whoever it is that's trying to copy you wants this. They want to be able to come across as, you know, somebody who has a very open heart, who doesn't care if they get rejected, who, you know, uses what they see as their divine feminine energy, but they're using it to manipulate others because they do care about rejection. And the thing is as well is that I don't think they understand that we should care about rejection. It's not that we should dismiss it. That is the toxic positivity that they're pushing, because they don't understand themselves. Rejection is, you've heard it before, because like I'm not Christian, but I really like that saying of you know, A person's rejection is God's protection. If you are rejected, it's because you are not an energetic match. And it also teaches us to be courageous and try and take risks, because even though if we fail, it's when the test of character is getting up and trying again, not the failure, okay? Because it's human to error. And this person over here is pretending like it doesn't matter if someone rejects me, it doesn't matter if I don't get that, because, you know, I'm divinely guided and this will happen and blah, 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 blah. But they're trying to steal your essence, and it's more than just your essence. I'm kind of getting like the way that you look, the way that you act, the way that you talk. And then if you create things, so if you are someone who is, for example, a coder, they're trying to steal that and do the exact same thing to get there first. If you are a painter, they're looking at your paintings and seeing where the loopholes are in them stealing that and patenting that before you do. Because you've also got Destroyer coming up again, okay? The thing is, though, the reason why they kept failing and the reason why at the start I saw that girl just looking really angry is because you, the person you're thinking of, or another light one, are the Destroyer in the light attributes of releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. And that comes with taking time to know thyself. It's understanding that towers are there for us, even though they are happening to us, okay? Whereas this person is wanting to bring these towers, thinking that whatever tower they bring in an emotional sense is going to knock you down, because that's exactly what would happen to them, because this person has not grown or looked inside, in other words. And look, it's to do with your fourth house, family, or a family friend, or someone that you were close to or saw as a family friend, or saw as a family member, whether that is by blood or not. Because you've got shapeshifter, you've got detective in reverse, and you've got damsel. So shapeshifter as a light attribute says skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see potential in everything. So that first part is saying, especially with the, you know, skills, a skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, that's learning what our triggers are, and being aware that there are triggers, and being aware when we are acting from our triggers, because it's not to say that that never happens. We are human beings. You know, there are times when we, you know, get rattled or get annoyed or get tired, and we do act from our triggers. But then the ones who have taken the time to actually put that love and light and shine a focus on the parts that hurt, they're aware that they are triggers and can step back and go, okay, what's going on here? Why did that irritate me so much? Or why did I react like that? And that is spanning different consciousnesses of going from the 3D to the 4D to the 5D, to connecting with, you know, your ancestors, connecting with your intuition, connecting with the cosmos. And also there's something here with this person wishes to be at the same level of ability when it comes to psychic gifts as this light one, okay? There's something here about claircognizance, but also clairsentience. Someone is a psychic feeler, someone is a psychic seer. There's something here about not just seeing it, but being able to connect with it in a very personal way. And whoever this person, whoever this copycat is, they have these abilities, but they don't take the time to expand on them, because expanding on your abilities means expanding on yourself. It means, I keep saying it, knowing thyself and learning more about thyself and being gentle with thyself in the parts that hurt. And because this person doesn't do that, they want to just be you without doing the work, because the ability to see the potential in everything, that is about having a growth mindset. That's about, even like I said, when you fall, getting up, you know, owning and recognizing that you fell, that you failed, but then trying again. How can I do it from a different angle? And it seems that the only thing that this copycat has in the way of a growth mindset, or a really dysfunctional growth mindset, is I've tried doing it this way and it didn't work, so now I'm going to try doing it this way. However, all the angles that they're going from are very low ones, okay? Because to go by a high angle would mean to actually look around at themselves, which I don't wish to do. And we put this over here. You've also got detective, and it says in the shadow attributes, voyeurism, falsifying information. That is very interesting, because this is telling me there was something that they tried to doctor or fake or steal, and it went tits up. It went wrong, okay? And they got either caught out for it, and I heard no, not just yet, but there's something that they've done. Oh, why did I hear it's going through the system? Evidence lockup. Something they've done is putting them in hot water and they're really frustrated. They're angry, but there's something else. Because I heard panic in the disco, burning, burning, when we touch, when we kiss. That is by Electric Six. I love that song. There's some sort of tape or something. Why am I getting the weird kind of like Kim Kardashian sex tape being leaked? That's why they were trying to be you. That is why they were. Oh my days. You can't make this ish up, can you? Someone here has gone to those levels of pettiness that they have tried, because I heard glamour spell, trying to do some sort of glamour spell and using like a really grainy VHS tape or something, because I'm also seeing, like, you know, the program Tom and Pammy, and he has the video in his safe and the safe gets stolen. There's something here about it, them planning it that way. Whoever she was working with, they were proper looking at different TV shows at how can they get something like a sex tape, for example, out and put into evidence lockup, so at some point someone will look at it and it be grainy enough that they go, ah, it looks like so and so, or someone brings evidence and says it's this person. Oh my gosh, hot diggity damn. Because you've got damsel in reverse, and it says waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. This is, look, with that romantic illusion and seduction with romantic illusion, this person was doing this to frame someone else as well as a petty revenge. It's not just about you. There's someone else in this as well. Because you've got hermit, seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. And then you've got femme fatale coming out as well. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Someone lied about sleeping with you, or sleeping with someone that you know, or another light one, or your divine counterpart. And whoever it is that lied about this may have also doctored some sort of video, or whoever they lied to about it became so angry about this. And I heard jealous, 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 that they wanted to do something to put you in hot water or to slander your name. Oh my gosh, but it went wrong. Why did it go wrong? Because I heard you can see it's definitely not them, or it's not him, or it's not her. Dilettante, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. There is something here also with jealousy over your creativity, in the way that you express yourself and how people are naturally drawn to you, okay? How people who have a higher vibration are naturally drawn to you. And they didn't like this because that highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, and also how people see your inner beauty and see your sensuality and see you as sexy, irrespective of gender, okay? And it could be the way that you speak, it could be the way that you stand, it could be the things that you create or how you inspire others, because someone being sexy is not just about, you know, how someone looks, it's their energy, their character, how they carry themselves. And there's something, this person, whoever this person is, because I heard toxic feminine, a toxic feminine, this person can't deal with it. They can't deal with your authenticity. They cannot, because they don't know how to be authentic themselves. So they hatched this ridiculous plan to kind of slander your name and make you out to be a, you know, I heard the word slut, and that's not my word. I don't like that word. A slut, a prostitute, you did this, you did that. Oh my giddy aunt. The levels of silliness that people will go to. Heal yourself, baby, heal yourself. And it says here, saboteur induces self-destructive behaviour or the desire to undermine others. There you go. Well, I never. Where would you like me to put this one? Over here? At the top here. Okay, let me see if I can pop that one in there. Wow. My goodness, I thought we were going to have a really nice, lovely reading. And it turns out that it's just a load of drama, isn't it? And you've got here mediator. Negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. At some point they have gloated about their work, about this is the most ingenious idea that I've ever had. You know, when that gets opened up by, I heard by his brother, So I don't know if someone's brother works in the police force or something along those lines. When they see who this is, then they'll believe me. And I don't think they gave enough credit to whoever it was in the police force or whoever this government official is at looking at this and going, that's not who they say it is. You can obviously see that was photoshopped, or you can obviously see that someone's wearing a wig, or that doesn't look like so and so. There's something here. Yeah, look, a judge, and you've got a mentor. What is going on here? And it says shadow attributes: offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal or criminal authority. Upside down. And then you have mentor: passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So this is more than just a sex tape. There's something else going on in here as well, because I heard drugs and party, but something else. And when you look at this, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal or criminal authority, there's something here with there being a link to a judge, and I've said this in one of my readings, to a, you know, a county court clerk or official or something along these lines. That is who it was that went, this is not who they say it is. This has been falsified because of something that also, there's something else here with this judge not being able to be bought off, or not wanting to be bought off anymore, or something along those lines. Because yeah, mentor, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. They've turned around and said, you know, this judge or whoever may have actually gone, actually, this is fake evidence. And I don't think that this judge is doing this because they are, you know, benevolent and has a wonderful heart and a moral compass. It's more of, if I can see that this is fake, if I can see that this is shoddy work, what do you think is going to happen when it goes up in a court of law? I'm not putting my neck on the line for this silliness. Because I heard try again. Someone doesn't like being called a fool because it says using humour to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. This person is very, very repressed. Very repressed. Very, very angry. The thing is though, the person in my dream download was very, very beautiful. They are outwardly very, very attractive, very, very beautiful. And if they took time to heal themselves and to actually look at themselves and heal their past wounds, they would be the full package. But this person literally is a femme fatale. They are a succubi. You wouldn't want to be anywhere near them. But I heard glamour spell. Someone uses a glamour spell to kind of make themselves more beautiful in the eyes of others than they would actually be seen if they didn't have that glamour spell there, because you've got bully. Okay, and it says here conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. There you go. Okay, so this person is holding a lot of wounds that they are projecting. And again, it's coming out using humour to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. This person has, I heard, no remorse over what they do. So whoever it is that they see as doing them dirty, because there's definitely a masculine in here that doesn't want anything to do with them. They are feeling like they have been left to the side like this damsel in distress, because it does say on there, waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. That may have been their sugar daddy or something like that. Okay, because you've got mentor here, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character, and God. And the light attributes are benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. They don't like the way that you raise yourself up, but not just yourself, how you raise up other people, how you are a divine channel for the cosmos, for the crystalline of the earth, the crystalline grid of the earth, for the energy that comes through. They don't like the fact that you have these abilities. And like I said before in one of the other ones, this one here, the shapeshifter, skill in navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. They don't like this. They don't like that you are so balanced in your sacral, so balanced in your root, so balanced in your solar plexus, your heart. They don't like this. It really irritates their demons, because look, you have someone, especially with this, you know, voyeurism over there on the detective in reverse. They sit there and they gossip about you, about the person you're thinking of, another light one or your divine counterpart, because it says thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Okay, and also here with mentor, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. They will sit there, and it's kind of reminding me of a comment that I got on one of my premieres telling me that I'm stalking other people for content. You know who you are. And I'm saying that because I blocked that person, but still at the same time, I have a feeling that person is using lots of multiple accounts to come on and, you know, say things like that. There is a lack of understanding when it comes to this shapeshifter, because let me read what it says in the lower attributes, or the shadow attributes. Projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in that moment. Okay, there is a lack of understanding from this person of how you connect to the divine, and everyone's connection and journey with who they see as God, who they see as Allah, who they see as the God and Goddess, or as universal life force, as I see it, is going to be extremely uniquely personal to you. Okay, however, this information that comes to you will come to you in many different ways, and it's something that they don't understand because they never took the time to learn. Because learning means learning about yourself. It also means taking accountability for your actions, for your emotions, and for your wounds. Okay, but this energy of coming through, of, you know, especially with that commenter saying that I stalk people on, you know, I'm stalking people astrally or however to gain my information. That is not how the divine works. Because when I set up and I ask for the collective consciousness, the higher selves of the collective consciousness that wish to take part, to please come forward. So if your higher selves, if your souls, if your highest resonance light team members, whether or not you're karmic or not, are saying, you know, no, we want to be part of this, our souls are ready for this information to go out. It makes no difference whether you're in a karmic cycle or you're healed. That information will come forward. Okay, and there's something here with them that it really irritates their demons, that they're being read, that they're being read by tarot readers, they're being read by mystics, they're being read by seers, they're being read by light workers. And that can be either on a global sense, as in a collective reading, or it can be in a small group sense. It could have been, you know, if you look at past timelines of the person that you're thinking of, if this resonates for you, it could have been at a house party, it could have been across the dinner table. Being able to read someone else's energy, and I'm not talking about invading their thoughts and their dreams, but sitting down at a dinner table, you can tell if somebody is giving you a side eye without even turning your head. Everybody, my personal belief is that every single person on this planet has psychic gifts and has mediumship skills. It's just that when we are brought into corporeal form, we each are at different levels depending on what happened in our previous life and how much of our shadow we're bringing over. Okay, but we all have them, which is why you think about your friend and then they call you, or you know not to go down that dark road because you know something bad will happen. Okay, and this person doesn't like the fact that they were read. They were read clearly for who they are. For who they are. Okay, now tell me more about this gossipy person. Now, this person may also be a tarot reader. They don't have to do it professionally, they may do it at home. But there's something here about them trying to mimic the way that you read, whether you read with cards, divination, pendulums, whether you just read people intuitively, but there's something about your communication skills. Because you've got Mida to Miser. So the light attributes are entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. And you've also got here, for shadow attributes, hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Right now, they are worried about some sort of finances. Okay, there was something that they were trying to learn about how you bring abundance in so that they could do it as well. And their thinking, what I'm getting from this is that their thinking was, if they do exactly what you are doing, then they will be taking that abundance from you. Because it's not the same as, say, for example, you go on YouTube and you go to look for, you know, how to do a money abundance manifestation, you know, and someone's uploaded that with certain words and you use these coins and maybe blow a bit of cinnamon or blah, 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 blah. It's not that in that mass-produced way, or buying a book of spells about money, not like that. There was something here about trying to find out exactly the words, the mannerisms, the way that you yourself use your personal affirmations, your personal prayers, your personal, you know, invocations, whatever it is, how you do that, and then using it word for word, thinking that if they did that, it would disempower your actual words, make your words weak, is what I'm hearing. Okay. And then for some reason I'm hearing then sharing that as their own with whoever it is that they are charging. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And you've also got poet here. Expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Someone here may actually benefit from looking at YouTube guided meditations that are infused with light language, because that's what I got from this with that symbolic language. Or there's something else here with like sacred geometry, mandalas. Someone here already uses like Reiki or needs to go and see a Reiki practitioner. But the shadow attribute says turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So this is again talking about the way that you commune or communicate with the divine, and how you bring in abundance and how you connect to the divine in that way. Because I heard chanting. There was something about this VHS putting some sort of glamour spell on this video, and it didn't work. And that makes sense, because in a previous video talking about a judge, they were saying there was a middleman that was no longer being puppeteered by some sort of hex or spell. And that is why that mentor card came out, saying, in other words, giving, you know, passing on wisdom and stuff like that. That person, whoever that person is in that previous video, the county court clerk or the middleman or blah blah blah, they've actually turned around to the judge and said, this is fake. This is fake evidence that they've put in there. Ooh, because look, Miser to Miser has come out. There was some sort of opportunity for them to cash in on something, and they messed it up. There was some sort of opportunity. This may have been to either steal a light one's collaboration or steal a light one's offer. Now this, I heard an email list. Check your emails, especially if you are an entrepreneur, with this coming up with entrepreneurial or creative ability. If you are, and you are waiting for a collaboration, or you're waiting for something specific to help with ideas or projects that you have, keep checking your emails, especially in your junk and your spam, because it may have gone over there. They may have purposely tried to do that to send it over there with that glamour and illusion. But there's something here, they lost out on it. They weren't able to take it. That shadow again induces self-destructive behaviour or the desire to undermine others. They were trying to steal something and it didn't go right, because you've got network here and it was in reverse. And it says conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. They were trying to mock someone's identity, or say that your identity wasn't who you say it was. And they were trying to do this in a way that whoever it was that was going to collaborate or is going to collaborate would have a second thought about it and kind of move away from them. And it didn't work, because you've got guide here and networker. Now, guide in the light attribute says represents the nature of divine in life and in yourself. And networker says enhances unity through sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. So whoever it was that they were trying to block you from communicating with, or they're trying to do right now, it's not going to work, because whoever this person is sees the divine in you. It's almost like, and correct me if I am wrong, because I'm not an expert in this, but the word namaste, where I live is a really massive community that you know, use that word quite a lot. And the reason why I don't give a lot of information away is because I don't like people knowing where I live, especially with the amount of weirdos that are out there, all that are karmics and stuff. But with that being said, namaste, they could use that as like a greeting and a saying goodbye. But it's also, my understanding is that the divinity in me recognizes the divinity in you. Namaste. And there's something here with whoever this collaborator is, they see the divinity in you. They see you for the authentic person that you are, and they see that whatever this slanderous thing is just slander. Okay, they read people very well as well, because it says here, seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. This could be the divine counterpart, and I heard yes it is. Whoever this is for you, this divine counterpart, and if it is to do with business, this person reads other people very, very, very well, because look, you've got guide in reverse, and it says here places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. They are fully aware of who the fakes are, who the scammers are, who the ones who, you know, need to hustle a little bit harder with their scams, because this person reads them like a book. And you've got here healer. Yeah, they can tell that they're a fake healer, that they're trying to copy someone else's energy, and it is not theirs. Because it says here, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. They read that, it oozes off of them. Now tell me more about this judge. Because I heard like LLC, but it's almost like something about insurance or trademarking. And look, you've got a mystic coming out. A fake mystic, a fake healer and mystic, and it says delusional rapport with the divine. But with it being upwards, the light attribute is revels in the intimate union with the divine. There's something here about slandering your name, saying that you are the fake healer, and also something about trying to take someone to court over either a patent, their name, something along those lines, okay? And it's not going to go in their favour. They need to be aware of this. It's not going to go in their favour. And it says here, compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Addict to mystic. This person had been in a light one's energy, in their aura, just in there, way too much, and was invading their space. It was something about trying to take their energy to bring in more opportunities for themselves. And it's taking me back to this over here with the Midas and Miser. They were trying to cover up. It was like I heard energetic tracks. They were trying to cover their tracks. So when this divine counterpart came in, this collaborator came in, whether that is for union for a family or that is union for a collaboration as a business partner, that this divine counterpart would read them as their divine counterpart, but they did not realize that the divine counterpart is the perfect match for you, because they've both, you and this divine counterpart, have done the healing and are still doing the healing, but are a beautiful match vibrationally, because you're on a higher resonance than whoever this person, whoever this copycat is. Destroyer, look at that, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Okay, and then you've got this addict coming out, trying to be the same as you. Okay, and there is no one who is the same as you. You are uniquely beautiful. You are uniquely you. Why can I not speak today? And this is something they didn't realise, because you've got child orphan. Shadow, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. This person either is your sister or brother, or a relative, or they were a friend that wanted you to call them sister or brother. And if they're not, they wish that they were. They literally wish that they were, because you've got child wounded, and it says here, awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. So this is actually calling what's the word, focusing on that you may resonate with the label empath. Okay, and as a child you may have been very empathic, very in touch with your emotions, but you may have also felt other people's emotions very intensely, and there may have been a pull to help others, wounded animals, you know, people that were vulnerable, even, and especially with wounded as well, even though you were hurting yourself or had to carry a lot yourself. And on the shadow attributes it says, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. And it's almost like, I didn't understand that message the first time I read it, like blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, and me going, all dysfunction starts in childhood, but then realizing what that means to me, and it may resonate for you as well, is that blaming all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds is more or less making an excuse for those wounds and saying, well, I had a really bad childhood, that's the reason I'm an asshole, or that's the reason that I'm a bitch. Excuse my language. Resist moving on through forgiveness, and kind of holding on to that and going, well, this happened to me, why on earth should I be soft and warm and welcoming to others when this happened to me? And seeing themselves as a victim and blaming everybody else. So whoever this person is, this could be an actual sibling Or this could be someone that when you were very young, it's the empath to the narcissist. I can't speak. The empath to the narcissist paradigm of giving, supporting, and them just taking and going, well, you didn't give me anything. What are you talking about? You want me to be grateful for what? And then going, but I'm hurting. And this empath just trying to heal, someone that doesn't want to be healed. Because if you want to heal, you have to take that actionable step, because you've also got network here. Okay, and it says here, conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. This person is just talking trash about a light one. They constantly gossip. They're constantly, almost like, for some reason I'm thinking of like RuPaul's Drag Race, like, and I'm not spitting on that show at all. I love that show. But it's the judges all standing there, and you have one drag queen that comes out and will have to show their hard work and, you know, the outfit that they've made and the story that goes with it, and sometimes they've got a lip sync and they've got to show all their dance moves, and it's the whole full shebang. They have to show their entire worth on this stage, you know, and you have 4 people there. One might be like, bravo, I love it, and the other one is like, you're shit, didn't like your makeup. It's that energy of whoever this person is, sits there and judges everything. But there's this weird duality between completely judging and despising this light one, and then being completely enamored and obsessed by their energy, because they don't want to kind of admit it to themselves that they are inspired by this light one, and how this light one has got through adversity. Some of that adversity, if not a large amount, has been at their hand without them even realizing. Okay, and look, there you go. Gossip and wounded child is also giving me this energy, especially with wounded child being in being up this way, that this person also I don't know if this person has a channel, if this person has like social media, or if they talk about their trauma, they talk about things that they've been through and how they change the truth in their mind, and how they change that truth online, of how you didn't support them and how they were left to do it themselves, or how they were the ones supporting the light one rather than the other way around, and kind of leaving out all of the negative, dysfunctional, codependent, narcissistic qualities that they had and still have. Because that gossip here awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honouring trust. And then on wounded child, child wounded, awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path for forgiveness. There's something here about this person having this really toxic positive mask on of being an advocate for, you know, child abuse, or being an advocate for child protection, or being an advocate for those who have been through trauma, because they've been there too. But they're not telling the other side of it, that they were the one that was creating dysfunction. And the thing is as well, like at some point in this person's life, something traumatic happened to them, without a doubt, because we're not born, you know, dysfunctional. We're not born evil, we're not born wicked, we're not born bad, none of those things. Those things happen to us, and we are molded through our, you know, experiences, through our caregivers, through things that happen that then build upon on our wounds and our insecurities. So at some point something did happen to this person, and I'm not taking that away or dismissing that. But what I am saying is that this person, rather than looking down that path of actually forgiving themselves, of healing and asking for forgiveness for those they've hurt, instead they have stayed festered in a wound that they are now using what they see to their benefit, while wearing a mask of saying that they are love and light. Okay, anything else that wants to come through? Please and thank you. Look, femme fatale has come out, and you've also got priest. Wowee, there seems to be like some really dodgy underworld kind of, and I don't mean underworld as in different realm, but I mean like the dark web or black market kind of energy going on here, because you've got femme fatale coming out and you've got priest. Now, light or dark? Light first. The priest in the light says facilitate spiritual commitment, serve as a channel of spiritual energy. That is what they are pretending to be, or that's who they're connected to. That may be the community that they're connected to, but the shadow attribute says violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. This person does more than just, it's not just that they're trying to copy you or steal your content or steal your creativity, your paintings, your writing, whatever it is. There's also something here about they were doing some sort of incantation, because I heard chanting, and there's something else that they're involved in that has to do with like glamour and illusions, because I heard the frailty of the mind. The frailty of the mind. And you've also got femme fatale, and for some reason the first thing I thought of is prostitution or trafficking or something along these lines. And like, again, I'll read the light attributes. I know I've read this before, but it says highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. And the thing is as well, is one of my readings came up talking about protection from kidnap in that area, and it's to do with healing. And I swear this is my motto: the more you heal, the more you're protected. The more you heal, the more you're protected, whether that is, you know, in this realm, whether that is on the spiritual realm, whether that's the magical realm. Because the more you heal yourself, even if it's just on the physical realm, the more you heal yourself, the more you're going to make choices that are in line with what lights you up, what feels right to you, and what then will ultimately keep you safe. Because if you are, you know, for example, if you are not empowering yourself and you're not healing those wounds, you're going to take subpar standards from other people. You're going to take people walking over your boundaries. You're going to be, you know, you're not going to use no as a full sentence. And that gets us into unsafe places physically, you know. And when you think of it on a spiritual level, you're protecting your aura, your energy, who you mix with. And when you take it even further into the esoteric, you are more or less blocking any attacks that are coming towards you, anything that would guide you towards a path that would then put you in a physical, unsafe place, if that makes sense. Okay, but that is really my opinion. That's my opinion when it comes to this. Now, I've been using this entire deck and I love this. Right. Anything else that wants to come out? Yeah, I'm going to get this one really quickly. And it says here, Virgo is the 6th house, is the 6th, why can't I start? Blah, blah, blah. I cannot talk today. Virgo is the 6th sign of the zodiac and is represented by the maiden. Virgo's birthdays fall between the 23rd of August to the 22nd of September. They may have the same birthday as you. They may have, there's something here about having the same physical appearance, but I mean like your body shape, or wishing that they had the same body shape as you, or altering their body shape so it looks like yours. And you also have rising sign in Leo, magnetic, enthusiastic and driven. Again, there's something here about this person being a succubi. Okay, this person may be a succubi. And I heard, oh, she is. And you also have Scorpios can be passionate, intense and secretive. They can also be extremely private and guarded with their emotions. They could also be a Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. Please have a look at what sits in your 8th house especially. But this person's in their feelings. Aquarius has come out also. So this could be a friend, someone in the social circle. And you have the position of Mars in your chart will show how you express your anger and what gets you all fired up. Now, if I place this one over here, it's next to child orphan, which says feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation. And I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I do apologize. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. They may have tried to lean on you and you cut them off. Okay. There's something here about them trying to lean on you, or wanting to be in some sort of group and you walking away from that group, or you walking away from that friendship circle, because that person was just too much. That person was too much. Okay. And I'm hearing, I'm not a counsellor. Okay. None of us should have to be a counsellor to a friend, to a family member, to a sister, to a brother, to whoever. There's a difference between, you know, you lean on each other and you celebrate your highs and you're there for each other's lows. But if the only thing that you are being used for is to be a counsellor, to be an emotional punch bag, to be, you know, they come over and just emotionally dump everything on you, and then you become responsible for them and they don't have to think, that is dysfunctional, that's codependent, and it's toxic. And whoever it is that's walked away from this, especially if this is someone that you do know, well done you. Okay, well done you, because you know, especially with the last post that I put up saying that unconditional love is not unconditional tolerance, and you have to unlearn that. And this person over here is angry. They're really, really angry that they can't just lean on you, that they can't just, you know, especially with a succubi, they can't just take your energy. And you've got here rising sign in Libra, attractive, easygoing and gentle, and that's to do with business partners. They're really upset or angry that they haven't been able to take away something that is yours, especially when it comes to collaborations. Looking at where the planet Mercury is in your chart will help you understand your communication style and how you process and absorb information. And then Libra, there's something here about legality. They may be trying to look at loopholes or something that will slow you down in a court of law. Oh, and as I said that, all of my cards threw themselves everywhere. So I take that as a massive confirmation. Well, I never. Let's have a look and what's come out. Oh, yes, definitely, because you've got Libra coming out. And then you've also got Pisces. They're trying to stop something by going down a legal route. Okay, conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. This person, excuse me, very burpy. Aries is coming out again. They're trying to slander your name in any way they can. And now they're trying to go down some sort of legal route. Oh, what's down here? And we've got here, Leo is the 5th house. They may be a Leo, or they may just be very fiery. Saturn is associated with life lessons and limitations. Its placement can help to pinpoint what you need to learn in order to improve your life. They're learning a massive life lesson right now. And I heard, no, you. They're trying to, what did I hear? I'll be Karma's hand. I heard something like, I'll be Karma's hand. They're trying to teach you a lesson. And like one of my pet peeves is when people say that they're going to be Karma, or they're going to give Karma a helping hand, which is more or less code for I'm going to get revenge and call it Karma. And you can't sidestep things like that, because karma is literally a universal law, and things happen in divine timing dependent on the actions and consequences within your life or within past lives. And this person is more or less now trying to sidestep any responsibility for what they're doing and saying, well, it's karma, you know, I'm teaching this person a lesson, this is a life lesson that they need to know. And it's like, no, because you're still stuck in a karmic cycle yourself. There's things that you haven't learned, and not even knowing the basis of, you know, the law of polarity, the law of, you know, of karma. Nobody, when you think of it, we are nothing more than a little blip when it comes to the universe. We're a tiny little pinpoint. We do not have the access, if that makes sense, to a law, a universal law like that. So our actions aren't helping karma. The karma isn't, you know, working 9 to 5 and completely exhausted and needs that helping hand. Karma is infinite. It is an infinite energy and can do it itself. And this energy of this person saying that I'm going to teach you a lesson, it's going to end up, there's something that's going to end, it's going to end up with them going to jail. Whatever it is that they're trying to do right now, especially with them playing around with this judge, or being involved with this judge, being involved with whoever else that county court clerk is, and placing evidence, fake evidence, into some sort of, like, into that system, the law system. Because over here it just says fire signs are Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, earth signs are Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn, and air signs are Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, and water signs are Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. There's something here about really picking apart some sort of paperwork. Making a plan is what I heard. Making a plan. There's something that's not going to go right for them in a court of law, is what I'm hearing. Because you've got Libra here in endings. And we're talking about karma, and I didn't even look at that properly. Pisces is about karma. Something's going to kick them in the butt. Something is going to, what's going to kick them in the butt? What house? Show me. What's going to kick them in the butt? Let's see. The crab. Their foundations, but their family as well, and their emotions. So you've got here the placement of Neptune in your chart explains your psychic intuition and how you dream. There's something very emotional or very emotionally unnerving for them that is going to happen to them. And I heard psychic attack, because you've got Venus is the planet of love and material possessions. Where it is on your chart can help identify how you are influenced in the matter of the heart. There's something here about getting some sort of download of a union between these two divine counterparts, be it you and your divine counterpart or someone else's. and it's going to break them apart that they haven't been able to stop this, because you've got that coming out again with all the different signs, and also Venus as well. Okay, they were trying to figure out exactly who your divine counterpart was, and then, like I said, mask themselves. And I heard something about a love spell, but it didn't work. Whoever your divine counterpart is matched in the vibration of your faith or your spirituality, and is protected in the same way that you are. Because you've got Saturn is associated with life lessons and limitations. Its placement can help to pinpoint what you need to learn in order to improve your life. And next to it, you have the position of Mars, which is also to do with anger. They're angry that they're still stuck in this karmic cycle, and it hasn't happened to you. And that it's not that it hasn't happened to you, it's that you learned from any cycle, karmic cycle you were in. And you've got here Taurus, and money is coming towards you. They know that you and this divine counterpart coming together is bringing in so much abundance, okay? Because Libra is also about what is fair. They are fully aware that it's coming towards you, Leo. This person is very fiery. Ooh, ooh. Anything else that wants to come up before I go? Let me take this one. So I've been told not to go too long. Yeah, look, calm and ease, the complete opposites, okay? You have here, ease or calm first? Ease. Today, I will allow life to be easy. This person has made it so hard for themselves. And on the other hand, you have the light one. A breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. Remain calm. Whatever it is that's coming forward, especially when it comes to the court of law, you're being told to stay steadfast, to stay calm, and to stay on your forward path, because everything happens for a divine reason, and everything happens in divine timing. Even if this person is trying to bring a tower or make something challenging, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And even if, let's say, for example, you're called to go to court, it's not going to go the way they thought it would, okay? Because I heard cut them some slack. Because it says here, change course. A closed door is an invitation from life to move into an even better direction. It's time to change course. And this is more or less a message for whoever this copycat is, who conceals their deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse or slander. Because you've got scales here and you've got Pisces. If you continue on your path, you're going to end up, I heard, with more jail time or with more prison time. Kindness, for being so callous, for being so callous. Okay, yeah, because for being so callous and having the intent to be so callous. Anything else that wants to come up? Mind. The last one, it says here, you're the master of your inner world and you decide how your outer world affects you. Cultivate a calm inner state, and you had calm over here. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel, I'd love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see more of my wonderful content. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, I love you guys. You are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Anyone that feels moved to leave a donation, it's never expected, but always greatly and truly appreciated. Anyone that is looking for a personal reading, all of my information is down in the description box down below. If you just look to the second paragraph down, there is a line of blue arrows pointing up and there's 2 emails there. I usually take about 48 hours to get back to you. If you haven't heard from me, I am a little bit backed up with still getting to people since I had that time off. If you haven't heard from me and it's been more than 2 days, please just send me a prompt email. I will read it and I will get to you, so please just be patient. With that being said, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, afternoon, evening or night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.